Morning.
So, still working on fuel systems, I see?
Yeah, so we're working on Starboard today, but I'm going to close all of the service valves for both sides because we're still going to, well, I say close this side, we're still going to test 7 port from 3 weeks ago, and then once that's done, we're going to close all the service valves and then start work on tank 7 on the Starboard side, and well, rinse and repeat really.
Okay. So those levers that we can see in that panel, do they just rotate to open or close the various valves?
Well, these are just all pull down.
Pull down.
Pull down, yeah. So similar to the tank 1 and 2 refueling valves, you pull them down to transfer.
How many of those panels do you have to do?
So we've got 2 of these per side. We've got the fuel valve panels themselves. Then we've got tank 1 and 2 valves at the front. Then we've got the 1 and 2 refueling valves at the front. Both got their own panel. There's another valve port as well at the front. And then there's also 2 more of these on the other side. And then also tank 7 plate on the Starboard side.
Okay. So 1 or 2 to keep you busy.
We've got an Allen coming today.
The engineering officer is outsourced, so no you won't work.
Oh.
I will not trust somebody saying there's no fuel in that.
So Dan, do you reckon there's fuel in that tank?
The dial says 0, so therefore it's 0.
So this is the Starboard equivalent of what we saw you doing on the last video.
Yeah, exactly
Yeah.
the same process.
Okay.
So I'm just closing all of the tanks return valves so no fuel can flow between tanks. So when I crack that tank 7's test point, sample point, there's no fuel backflowing into the tank again.
But will there be fuel in the system though? Even if you close the valves off?
Yeah.
Surely there's going to be some fuel in the
some
pipes
fuel
that you have to drain off.
And we have to drain off the pipe from the valve on the tank as well, separately, because obviously the valve should be stopping flow from the tank back again. These pipes we're working on today run the leading edge of the aircraft, so they are the longest and they will be the most fuel. But
How many valves do you have to do, Dan? A lot.
counted them, but there's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna disengage all of them. Working on Starboard, we'll cut them all off in case we do, for whatever reason, start working on these ones as well. Because say that port still hasn't been tested yet, but there might be fettling to go with it yet, so we'll close all the valves off. There it goes. Normally it's see fuel coming out by now, so it's either a good or a bad sign. And there's fuel in it.
maybe refer you to your earlier comment, Dan. Do you think the fuel gauge may need a degree of recalibration?
Maybe.
Because it showed empty, didn't it?
It does show empty,
Yeah.
but then it is quite a large and quite a flat tank.
Okay.
So although the gauge might read 0, you might still have a layer at the bottom, which could still be quite large. Which it is.
What's the next job? Is it to pump out that container?
Yeah, next job is pump out the container, and then I can crack off the pipe then drain the pipe side. Great, it's filter on.
How are we doing?
Yeah, about a quarter full now.
More Jet A1 than we know what to do with.
I'll go back in the aircraft a bit.
Thank you lot.
That's the lot, mate. For now.
Got a scaffolding pole and a C-spanner to undo that main pipe, because there's a lot of friction behind that pipe, and you can't get enough leverage with a C-spanner alone. So we're doing it.
Force multiplier.
Yeah.
Good luck.
He's not had his wheat a bit.
I haven't, no. So the next job is to crack off this pipe, and then this pipe runs to the front of the aircraft and along, up to the front tanks. So there's going to be quite a lot of fuel behind this as well. Drain that, and then as that's draining, I'll try and get some of these 2BA nuts out, because we are fighting time a little bit with lights, so gotta get a wriggle on really. Cracked off nicely. There we go now. Draining it off. And standing back. But there'll be a lot of fuel in here, purely because of the length of the pipe. But you can't take it off until you've got the valve pretty much ready to come off. So just got to let it drain now, that's all we really can do. And while it's draining, I'll start to slacken off these 2BA nuts around the perimeter. Try and speed things up a little bit if I can.
How are the 2BAs coming on?
Yeah, alright.
That wasn't what you said 5 minutes ago.
Are they fighting you?
No, it's hard to get to.
Just fiddly.
Yeah.
You were complaining a minute ago.
I'm always complaining.
I know.
Dan never complains.
He always.
Yeah, I never complain.
No.
Never.
How many do you have to do?
I think that's 12 in total.
How many have you done?
So, well, 1.5.
So I come back in half an hour.
2 hours.
And how are you getting on with the 2BA nuts and bolts?
Yeah, I got the majority of them off. I've now got The two most difficult ones loose. They do start to bind up again as they get towards the end of the thread because of the rust. Then after that, I've got one more up here, which ain't too hard to get to, and then it should just pull down then.
So making progress, but there's just a lot off them.
Yeah, and you're going to do, and some of them you're going to do like a quarter turn at a time, because sure you can get a spanner in there, but you can't actually turn it anywhere. And there's also a bit of hitting it with a hammer and a screwdriver, but it's doable, definitely.
See if I can get that done.
Ooh, that one's quite loose. That one is loosey-goosey. Right. It's off. Don't care if it goes in the bucket, it's in the bucket, it's off.
That's the last one.
Yep. I've got two that are loose on there. Oh, bloody hell. Pretty sure. Jesus. No. Jesus. Charlie?
Yeah.
All the nuts are off,
Yeah.
but it's not coming off.
What are you doing wrong?
Riddle me that one. Riddle me that one, eh?
Not like a few things except right. And I'll be alright. Now wiggle it with you. It's probably the old fork that's got it.
That's not coming off.
Make sure it pops in there, yeah? We're going to swap that for the bucket now, look at that.
I just wanted to get it to catch.
Yeah, let me just...
Bucket next to you.
Go for the washers and nuts. I'll do without. Perfect.
There's a singular nut at the end, but you can't take it off until obviously it's dropped down because of the cast.
Yeah, so you need to move the whole thing down,
Yes, yeah, but basically.
and it's not moving at all.
No, I can't get to budge. We tried tapping it with a hammer. Say tapping, hitting it with a hammer.
Thank you.
I mean, I could literally lift something like that.
Let's see what we can do with this one. It's been a sort of more than. There you go.
Well done.
Okay. Rest up to you. I've done the hard work. My work here is done.
Thank you, Tim.
You know what they say about using the correct tools? Let's get that nut off. That's the way.
That's a fry bar, Simon.
That's all right, we've done it the always one, thank you.
Jesus.
I can't see much of a gasket on that.
Yeah, there is. There, look.
Oh, that's been, yeah, okay. Leave it in the bucket.
Can you give that to Stephen?
Yes, I can.
So Stephen, is there any reason you can see why that was so difficult to get off?
No, it's just simply age and the length of time it's been on there, and that's the correct type of seal, which is a bonded cork gasket, but it's very, very hard, and it's just stuck. It's stuck in place. So now we have to dismantle this and refurbish it. We're working our way through all the valves on the aircraft because they're quite. This one doesn't look too bad, but we'll find out. There's a seal inside here, which tends to disintegrate, which then causes them to leak. But we'll find that out when we get it apart. But we are basically refurbishing all of the valves on the aircraft.
Thanks, Stephen.